Hello and welcome or welcome back. It's Lori with Giggle Girl Arts. Thank you for stopping by today and checking out my video. Today I'll be sharing my makes for Cara Brandon and DearJulieJulie's collaboration and challenge. And if you would like to see all of the makes that the fawns are doing, or if you'd like to join in, make sure you use this hashtag JandCFall22. Now, another component that we're going to have with this challenge is a video hop and also other social media. So using that hashtag makes it really easy for everyone to be found. And for the hop, I'll have a list down in the comments so that you can make sure to go on to the next person and see what they made. Now, here is a flip through of the kits. So DearJulieJulie and Cara Brandon have made these kits. It's going to spread out over 5 weeks, and we'll use a daily page or a weekly page for each person. So day 1 will coincide with day 2. Day 1 of Cara's will coincide with day 1 of Julie's, and then day 2 of Cara's will coincide with Julie's, and so on and so forth. And this week I'm sharing for week 3. And also down in the description box, I'll have links so that you can go to Cara and Julie's Etsy stores to purchase your own copies and play along with us. One important place that you'll want to post with your hashtag, in addition to all of your other social media, is to Cara Brandon and Friends Facebook group and DearJulieJulie's Facebook group. So, and that'll be linked down in the description box below. All right, and before I go on, I want to say giggles and greetings to the following: DearJulieJulie, Denise T, Pam James, Kayleen Voelker, Vanessa Angel Rose Designs, Bonnie Lipke, Big Mama, Renee Sanchez, Cat Kappa, Linda Adams Mixed Media, Ephemeraphiles by Tomi, Sandra Shenko, Shirley Lum, Creative Nana, aka, and Denise T again. Thank you so much for watching both my videos, Denise. And I see that you said you're going to be playing along and supporting the fawns, so I'll be sure to check out your videos. And that makes me remember I wanted to let everybody know that Julie's also checking. There's an extra component that Julie and Cara have added, where if you go to everybody's videos, you can leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And you want to make sure you follow everybody in the hop. And then they're going to have prizes for everyone who does that. And those are each going to be a digital kit from Julie, and a tag kit from Cara, and they're going to, it's good, they're both going to be brand new, not yet shown yet, so it's going to be a fun surprise. So yeah, make sure you do that so you can win those. And make sure that you go to both of their Facebook pages so that you can get all of the details in case I forgot something. So make sure for this video that you give me a thumbs up if you like the content. Also, I want to say again a big thank you to DearJulieJulie and Cara Brandon Creations for allowing me to participate and be a fawn. I decided for this project to start an altered book, and it's actually going to be my first one. So I just thought I'd show you real quick what I've got going on, but well, part of it. So I've got this old book, And I thought that the cover was perfect for fall. And I kept the first 4 pages. I looked at a whole bunch of different YouTube artists or artisans who do altered books, and so this is, and I'll link them down below. This is what I decided to go with. So I kept, like I was saying, I kept the first 4 pages. And then I added to the back of this page, I made a pocket in between them. And then here you can see what I had made for day 1. So I need to make a large journaling card to fit in here. And then I'm making one similar that goes into another border. What I did is after the 4th page, in between these 2, I tore out 8 pages and then I made the pocket. So I thought I could share some of my process with what I'm going to be doing. So I've got some scrapbook paper. I started, I put some gesso, some white gesso on the front, and I inked the edges on this one and need to do this one. So I have my Ranger archival ink in coffee, and I'm just going to ink these edges up real quick. Okay, after that, the next part I want to do is pull in from DearJulieJulie's day 3 page and start a collage. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to start ripping. So I'm going to use this down here to anchor it. And because the background is white, I'm going to go ahead and ink up the edges on this one with the same coffee. All right. So this one doesn't really have the white, but that's okay. I'm going to move this one off to the side for a minute and figure out my composition. And I wanted to pull in a few different items. Okay, so this one I believe is from Cara's day 1. And I'm trying to work with the rule of thirds. That helps guide the eye around on a composition. So I think this is the composition I want to go with. And then I'm going to go ahead and real quick ink up the edges on some of these items, and I'll be right back. so I have this one done, and I'm going to set it aside to dry and work on the next one. I don't know if you noticed, but the glue stick did not want to work with the gesso on the paper. So I am going to go with my Aleene's Quick Dry Tacky Glue. Okay. And now, so this one is going to be in a pocket where it pulls out from the left. So I'm going to change things up a little bit. And from Cara's page for today, I liked the look of the circle for the mushrooms. So I'm just going to cut this little squirrel out. I would use my punch, but I don't have one the right size for this. And I didn't cut the best circle, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, the edges. All right, and I'll go ahead and speed this up and be right back with you. Okay, so here we go. And then what I'm going to do next is make sure everything's down and wipe up any glue that comes out from underneath the images. And then I'm going to let these dry for a while, and then I'll flatten them. Okay, for the next piece, I changed my mind. I'm going to work on this one. And this is just going to be a journaling card. And I can't find my regular corner rounder, so I am using my envelope punch board. Sometimes I don't get it in there right, and the corner's not done the right way. Okay, then I'll ink the edges. And because this is brown, I'm going to hold this with my left hand and tear with my right, maybe. And then this will go ahead and give it the white edge, and I won't need to contrast with the background. I won't need to, what's the word I'm looking for? I won't need to, okay. So now I'm tearing with my left hand, holding with my right hand to get the white around it. So I still get confused which hand you're supposed to tear with and which one to hold. All right. So I've got this round piece from Julie. And then I thought for Cara's, collage sheet, I'm trying to get something with some color. So I think I'll go with this tree. Now this page, or this one I'll probably ink the edges on. Okay, so this one I'm going to ink the edges with forest moss. I changed my mind on this one. I'm going to ink the edges with forest moss also. Okay, so I've got the green and the lace. And okay, I've got this teeny weeny Flinch card with mushrooms from Julie's page. And yes, I'm gonna hang on to these little bitty pieces because I think I'm gonna want to do a master board. I don't know if I'll do that today or another day. Okay. And I think this needs some other kind of color behind it. Ooh, that's bright. Okay, I think I'll tone this down with some white gesso. Oops, that was my DearJulieJulie alarm. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking the white gesso and I'm stippling. Okay, and then I'm going to let this dry and go watch DearJulieJulie, and I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm still not digging this composition. So I thought the first thing I could do is I made this little backing, and I think I'm gonna you know, one thing is that's just a little too dark, so I'm gonna take that back with my favorite thing, gesso. And what I've got is this 1.89 liter or 64 US fluid ounce liquid text basics. Sorry, getting the lid off. And then I'm just putting a little bit in the lid, because I don't need much. Just a little glob. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to do this time is spread it with a palette knife. And then I'm going to hit it with the blow dryer and do another layer. So let me do that and I'll speed up the video. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that on here. And this is just some old cardstock I have in my stash. I've had it for probably at least 15 years. When I was doing my scrapbooking, which somehow I went from scrapbooking to art journaling to actually doing some classes on learning to paint people and other things. Life book by Willowing Arts, Tamara Laporte. And then back to some art journaling, and I started making some cards. I kind of, was going back and forth, and then I got started on junk journals, making them, doing some journaling, but not real consistent with that. All right, so then I had this, and I had this tree, and I still think it needs a little more color. And I was going to try this orange flower, but it just seems a little too bright for me. So I think I'll pull in the owl out of the collage sheet for Cara's day 3, and then do some layering and see what I think about that. And I'm not sure, I might end up not using the tree after all. Another thing I was thinking about possibly doing was bringing in some of my leftover napkin. I think that's looking better. And since we've recently found out that the gesso does not like glue stick on top of it, I'm going to use Julie's dry coupage, I think is how she says it, method of putting this down. So what I'm doing is I'm outlining the shapes of the leaves, filling so that I don't get random looking lines appearing through the napkin. Hopefully. Just seems to need something more. I did have some music notes around here somewhere. Oh, I like that. Okay. So I think I'm gonna go back to the forced moss. So, do you try things out when you're doing collaging? Do you like to collage? Do you like to, I think I heard someone call it audition pieces before you put them down? It helps me out a lot. Okay. I think, the one thing with collage is the composition is what really makes a good collage versus one that just doesn't quite make it. Oh, that's looking a lot better. Okay, now I have one other little fabulous thing to add. I'm gonna let this dry for a little bit. The gold nail polish is almost out. I hope if I switch to silver, it'll look all right. Make sure you're doing this in a well-ventilated area. Because the smell can be a little overwhelming if you paint your fingernails, which I used to. But I have found that sometimes, like if I'm wearing a red nail polish and I'm working with paper, it will get on the paper. Okay, let's bring in some silver. Let's see how that looks. Ooh, yeah, I'm liking that. So this will be really fun to use the nail polish for if you make anything for Christmas. And I went with some blue because there is a little bit in the digital artwork. It's very subtle, you know, and things like the background. It's kind of a greenish blue. Here you've got some, I know I've noticed some on some of the other days. Okay, now I'm going to stand up and see, look down on it and see if I like that. Yeah, I really like the way that turned out. Okay, I'm going to put these aside to dry and get ready for the next part. All right, I'm back. What's here are, well, here's the flower I just sewed. It still is too bright. Then I have left from DearJulieJulie's page those pieces. And some tiny scraps. And one more fudge card. So these are what's left from day 3. I also have some pieces left from the earlier days. And here, got day 1 and day 2. And I know I'm going to do some collaging of this page on the left. I have an upside down tag that goes in this tuck. So I am going to get those ready and start working on that. Let me get my stuff together and I'll be right back. All right, I figured out my composition. So the first thing I know I want to do is turn this little Fletch card into a stamp. My Forest Moss Distress ink. This part is some little words from Cara's page. forest moss is what I've inked the edges of the pages in. So this owl, what I did is stamped it on a coffee dyed paper that I then printed a letter on, and after that I stamped, because the letter was messed up, I stamped in black archival ink, and then I colored in with the owl with, oh, here it is, this little archival ink in plum. And it looks like since it had the coffee dyed on it, it changed the plum color. But I like the way it looks, so I'm going to leave it and not worry about it. And then this will be the last thing I do for this video. I'll have a part 2 that'll either come out later today or tomorrow, and because I need to get this edited and ready to post. So I'll probably add some fingernail polish after this is dry, and then you'll see the rest of it in the flip through. That will be on the last day. And here's the schedule again, in case you forgot it. Okay, once again, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like. And if you care to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Hit the little bell. Yes, ring my bell, and that will let you know whenever I come out with a new video. Currently, I've been inconsistent with my posting, and again, I'm working on being more consistent with that. Let's see. Is there anything else I need to tell you? No, I think that's it. Leave me a comment on, if there's anything you particularly liked or something you saw that was new, and techniques that you'd never seen before. And also let me know, do you like these process videos better, or do you like the show and tell videos better? And yeah, I'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye-bye.